Interviews show, and this is your host, Shakeenah Kedem. Our guest today is Marie Turnock, also known as Spider Woman, and she is the creator and the developer of several healers' websites. Marie, could you give me a little more information about the healers' websites that you've created?
Yes, I started out with Eureka Springs Healers, focusing on all the healers that we have here in Eureka Springs. We have so many. And then it grew onto Arkansas Healers to cover all the healers in Arkansas. And now I've combined them all, and we have New Earth Healing, which covers healers from all over the world.
How is that going for you?
It's going very well, and we are getting more healers added all the time to the website. It's a place where people can go to find alternative healers.
Yes.
A place you can connect with other healers in other parts of the world even. It's chock full of all kinds of information on the site. There's terminology descriptions and of different types of healing. There is different channels you can read from different channelings. There's all kinds of resources and links to other websites. It's just chock full of information.
Yeah, so it's a hub. It's like a central hub for alternative healers. Actually, that's what I'm understanding, right?
Yes,
yeah.
For the healers and people that are looking for healers.
Right.
Yeah.
And you started out with focusing on Eureka Springs,
Yeah.
and it grew and expanded, of
Yeah.
course, because there's going to be people all over the world looking and saying, hey, I want to be listed as well, so you have to expand your horizons.
Yeah, and Spirit nudged me to do that.
Right. Awesome. Okay, also, you are the creator of several expos, like the Healing Path Expo, and I believe the first one was in 2010, right?
Yes, it was.
Could you tell us some information about that?
She's laughing because she was at that one. And I had 3 expos, of Healing Path Expos, and it was a full contract that I had to do those 3.
Okay.
And the first one was the best, mainly because I was naive. and I spent more money than I thought I could, than I could afford.
Yeah.
So, but it was the best one, I think. It really was. We got a lot of people came to that one, and it was
Powerful.
very powerful.
Yeah.
Very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
The other ones were also very powerful, but I think that first one was really the best with the different people that we had coming in here. And
Yes.
Yes, and then they came to Eureka and stayed.
Alrighty. I'm curious, Marie, where does the title Spider Woman come from?
Now this is really interesting because it's not where people think. It just, I was brainstorming back in the 1990 for a name for my new business, and I was doing website design, and I was trying to figure what would be a catchy name for that, and that's where I ended up coming up with Spider Woman for web.
Oh, okay.
The connection with the web.
Yes.
And yes, and then several years later, I did read about the Native American Spider Woman, and I felt honored
All right.
that I had chose that.
Okay, great. I read you felt drawn to Eureka, and I'm wondering, how long did it take for you to actually move into Eureka since that first moment of experiencing Eureka and feeling that draw and connection?
I was probably drawn here before I even knew anything about Eureka Springs at all. I just had this feeling it was my opportunity that I could move out. My children had moved away, and I did just there. Well, Arkansas, it's in the middle between where my children moved to and my family, and that would be centrally located. And we checked several places in Arkansas. Nothing just felt quite right. Then one day, with my sister, we came up this way to go to a craft show, and our normal hotel where we would stay was full, so I had heard that Eureka Springs would be a great place to stay. And so we went there, and we only went to maybe 2 hours of the craft show and spent the whole time in Eureka Springs. And I knew that's where we were moving.
What year was that around?
That was in 2004, in October, and we moved in the end of May 2005.
Okay.
Yeah, we were already thinking about moving.
All right.
So it was something, we just had to find the right spot, and I had to find a remote control.
How did your husband take it?
Yeah, I had to find, his stipulation was that there had to be a remote control flying field.
All right.
In the area. And luckily, there was one. So he's very, very supportive of me and what I'm doing.
Now, Marie, I understand that you do lots of behind-the-scenes healing, or also known as distance healing. And I was wondering if you learned how to do that through your Reiki training.
Yes. Through my Reiki training, I learned how to do distance healing, and through shamanic journeys, doing distance healing that way also. And I kind of combine a lot of my different classes within my healing.
Right. You've been trained in many areas, some of which include my pendulum usage classes, Vogel Crystals by Micah Nelson, and Akashic Records Accessing by Christina Cross. Do you get a chance to utilize those skills at all with your work, your healing work?
Yes, I do when I do my healing work, I combine a lot of my different skills together to utilize what I can.
Right. Yeah, I find the same thing. You have to kind of combine whatever tools you have in your toolbox according to the need at that time, right?
Whatever feels right.
Right. What sort of advice would you give the viewer about natural healing, alternative healing, healing themselves?
Advice I would give is that healing is energy. We are all energy, and just do what feels right. If you need direction, please, find someone to help you. And that's what my site is about, finding healers, alternative healers, to help you with in your healing. Sometimes you may find that just a conversation with someone can help you on your path. Or if you need more intense work, they're all willing to help. Find one that you're comfortable with. If you're not comfortable, don't stay with them.
Right. That's some good advice. Alrighty, so any other last words you'd like to make? How can people contact you if they want to contact you for healing or for getting on one of those beautiful websites that you have for listing healers?
Yes, newearthhealing.com, and my email would be Marie, M-A-R-I-E, at newearthhealing.com. And you get on that site or go on to Facebook. I'm also on Facebook. Go on Facebook and like the page.
Okay. On Facebook, what is it?
New Earth Healing.
Okay, yeah. Alrighty, and that's our show for today. Thank you very much. Thank you, Marie.
Thank you, Shakeenah.
All right.